Let's wait. Let's see if I can get this thing shared out. There we go. Hey, Julie. Sorry, I didn't see all the comments on YouTube. I don't know what happened. But once I went off of it, then I saw that there were comments there. Hey, Michael, how you doing? Oklahoma. I have family in Oklahoma. I don't remember where he lives. He's a trucker, so I don't remember. Hi, Julie. I saw the comments on YouTube after I got off of YouTube. I'm sorry. I didn't see the comments before, and then all the comments disappeared. So, I'm sorry. How are you guys? Smoking with my Yoda. Hey cuz, how are you doing, sweetie? So I'm doing okay. I talked to the Medtronic people today. Yesterday I had some issues I said on YouTube. They were it shocked me twice, and I'm not sure why. And then I bumped it, and that's freaking threw pain throughout my entire back. It was so bad I jumped, and everybody in the house, because we had Dawn's daughter and the grandkids over. Oh, thank you. I love this bowl. It's a 2-gram bowl. So we got sick of those just little bowls that are like a one-hitter for us. You're constantly, redoing your bowls. So I found this at Little Amsterdam, and oh my god, I'm like, yeah, that one I want. Oh no, you woke up you're done with YouTube, you woke up it not being on your phone, and it uninstalled or something, and that is so weird. I don't know, I don't know if there's like an update that's trying to go through on YouTube or something, or too many people are just, vlogging every day. I don't know what it is. But I started using WeedTube, but I can't get any of my comments to go up on, or I can't upload anything else to the WeedTube anymore either. So I don't know what's going on with any of them. And then WeedTube said that, what was it? That they would be more fair than YouTube, and they would pay us for our views and all of that other stuff. But I don't even know how to contact them. I have like 20 videos on WeedTube, and I don't know. YouTube gives me a hard time at times too, and I'm sorry. There are so many of us uploading to this stupid platform, because the only way for us to monetize anything or make money off of our videos is to put them on that type of a platform. But YouTube, their expectations are so freaking high, and I can't get any other platform that'll work any better. I went to WeedTube, I put 20 some videos up on WeedTube. Now I can't upload anymore. I actually have 5 subscribers or something on WeedTube, but I can't do anything on it. I can't contact any of them. I don't know what the hell is going on. So, and since I can't really work, and this is really all I do is, I get sponsored by companies to show off the products, which we're going to do an unboxing here in a few. And so I get, some free stuff. I do have to pay for some of the other stuff, but, like this, I do still get a discount when I go to Little Amsterdam and that kind of stuff, but we still have to spend it. And so that's why I went to YouTube, it was to monetize some of those videos. So that's why, you know, and I can't yet. I have to get 1,000 subscribers before I can monetize. I'm almost, you know, I'm at 664, I believe, subscribers on YouTube. So I still need more subscribers, and I need, you know, my videos to be watched. So that way, I mean, because I have to have the playtime too. We have to have 4,000 hours. Now I'm at 2.9 so 2,900, if I can think, 2,900 views. So I'm over halfway there, but I still need to have those videos watched. So that's why I keep uploading. And since I don't have a co-host right now, I'm still looking for one that, you know, that I can sit down and share these experiences with, and we can get more perspectives on how cannabis helps, you know, maybe somebody else as well. So I am still looking for, you know, a co-host that can be here 3 days a week, and we can go over this. So if anybody knows anybody, or if you're, you know, if you're a vlogger in, you know, in Arizona and you want to set something up, or if you have a dispensary, or, you know, I don't know, a delivery service or anything like that, and you want to sit down and do a video with me, you know, we can talk about that. I would love to do it with you. It wouldn't cost either one of us anything to, you know, to do. It would be able to spread our message, and that's the whole point of doing all of this stuff for me, is spreading the message that I'm now, you know, I'm still having to use Western medicine to get better. So don't get me wrong, I have not walked away from my doctors. However, I have beaten a huge opioid addiction, and I'm gonna, you know, my oldest son is gonna come on the show with me and talk to you guys about when he helped me move to cannabis, because I didn't know anything about it. So if I didn't have him, I probably wouldn't have tried it, because I didn't know. I didn't know how to smoke it. I didn't know anything. So he's going to come on the show and talk to you guys about how he helped me. And then you know, we're going to go even further and say, how did how does cannabis help me, you know, stay off of opioids as much as possible? I still do have to use opioids on occasion, because I don't have enough RSO to be able to just use RSO. It's expensive. I was up to 4 grams of RSO in order to be off of any type of pain medicine after a surgery. So I had the surgery. Those of you that have watched me on YouTube know, I believe I showed you guys once before, but there is a wire that now is into my back. There's a huge port here, and now I have this little machine. Whoopsie, I unplugged it. I'll have to redo it. That plugs in here. This one actually takes quadruple A batteries. The whole thing is controlled by a cellular phone that's in the house right now. So I did have to use pain medicine during that time. However, it took me, I used 18 pain medicines over Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, over 5 days. So I don't think that's too bad. It, you know, for the most part, it wasn't as bad as what it used to be. So I wasn't taking 2 at a time every couple of hours and getting them over with in a day or 2. It was, I made those pills last as long as possible. So that way I knew I could control that behavior. Because that's a big thing for me right now. I didn't give the pills to Dawn to hold and dispense to me. This was my turn to prove to myself that I was strong enough to control that opioid habit. And I think I did pretty good for the most part. I hope I did pretty good for the most part. I am on very little RSO right now, and to none. I need to get back with Steve. I do have some flour that I can turn into RSO, so I do need to hook up with Steve and do that. However, I do not want to get in a vehicle for a few days, because I did drive this last weekend and oh my God, you feel everything on your tailbone. So after that, I should be on about a gram of RSO a day for a little while. Uh-oh. Oh, that one's fine to close. Messenger, go away. Messenger, go away. Sorry, guys. So, yeah, that one should be... so that should help a lot. But I was on high quantities of RSO, and it was awesome. I didn't have to take any pain meds. I didn't have to do any of that. So I loved it. When I was on 4 grams of RSO a day, I didn't have to take my gabapentin at all. I didn't have to take Tylenol or Tylenol 3s at all. I had no need for any major muscle relaxer other than my tizanidine, which a lot of us know that, you know, when there's a medicine that you have to have in order to keep functioning on a daily basis. And basically all the tizanidine does is it relaxes 2 things. It relaxes the muscles around my bladder so that way they can relax a little bit more and I'm not squeezing down on that freaking bladder every time it spasms. And that helps me so much. When the bladder spasms, your first reaction is to grab your stomach and that muscle cramps up. That causes the bladder to hurt 10 times worse. With the tizanidine, the muscle will spasm in your bladder and you don't cramp, you don't flinch, so it doesn't cause more pressure on your on that bladder. I believe the reason why my bladder has such a sensitivity is because I can't feel when I have to go to the bathroom until it's almost too late. So a bladder holds on regular up to 500 cc's of fluid. So when people void that out, that's usually they get anywhere from 3 to 500. 500 being, oh my God, my bladder's so full, I have to pee, I have to pee, I have to pee, okay? When I get to 500, I'm like, okay, I don't know. But I am thirsty, so it's really kind of weird. I'll go through a phase where I'm like, oh my God, I have to drink. And then I have to sit back and I have to think, how much did I drink? Because now I can kind of feel like I have to go to the bathroom. Well, at that point, I will go to the bathroom and catheterize. Shit. Now my hands are sticky. Great. And catheterize and get anywhere from 500 to 700 cc's. So I am overextending my bladder. Well, one of the cool things is that when some people have the disease that I do that's called interstitial cystitis, they get a really weak bladder and they have to go to the bathroom all the time. My bladder's kind of opposite. I get a really strong bladder that says, no, 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 you're not going to go to the bathroom. It's not going to happen. You're funny. And I get a urethra that will start clamping down. So you have your, I want to say my finger is my urethra here. And you have the bladder muscles that will come around. You put that, or this is the catheter, my bad. You put this catheter up into that bladder, and then this urethra squeezes it and says, that's gonna, you're gonna have an issue now. Now it's gonna hurt. So now you have an issue. If you keep pushing up, it's gonna hurt really bad. If you pull it out, it'll come out, but you're gonna flinch and it's gonna hurt. I'm kind of an odd one. I'm not sure why, but I can sit here and literally count the amount of times that my bladder will spasm as I'm just sitting here doing nothing. So as I'm sitting here doing nothing, that bladder is just, it's like, fuck you. Here, I'm here, remember? Clamp. And that's what it keeps wanting to say. It's like, fuck you, I am here. So it's constantly wanting to tell me, yeah, I'm here. And then it gets really, really pissed. And that's what I call it. I call it pissed. When I end up in the hospital and I'm like, yeah, sorry guys, my bladder's pissed. There's nothing I can do about it. Now, when my bladder is just mad as hell, basically what's going to happen is, even when I put the catheter in, it's going to hurt like hell. I'm probably going to bleed a little, and it's not going to fully empty. About 30 minutes later, my bladder's going to go, nope, you got to pee again. And it's like you have a serious infection. So all of you women or guys that have ever had a UTI, let's give you a UTI and then it times it by 10. Because not only is that UTI going to hurt like hell on the inside of your bladder, but now you're going to feel everything around that bladder start spasming into it. And you're going to have that urethra constantly closing and opening and closing and opening. So now you're at the point to where you have to have a Foley put in. Now what a Foley is, for those of you that don't know, is it's basically a catheter with a bag that's strapped to your leg. So now you're walking around and peeing down your leg the entire day. So anytime you're, and it goes into a bag, so it's not like the urine's actually touching you, but you do feel that urine on your leg, and it's on the inside of your thigh, and it sucks rocks. And the whole time that stupid freaking Foley is in, your bladder's spasming, constantly open and shut, and open and shut, and open and shut. And all you want to do is die. I have literally told the hospital, just take me out to the firing squad, because it just sucks. Well, in doing my research on this Medtronic implant that I have, I found out that if it doesn't work, they take the bladder. Just take it out. So then you have like a Foley box or a bag on the side of your hip that has a tube that goes into your bladder that now drains your bladder. However, the funny part, they don't take the urethra. So that means that you can't take the urethra. How do you take the urethra? It's a muscle. So now, the scary part is that that urethra can still constantly spasm. So you don't have a choice in life anymore. This treatment and the treatment after that may never cure the pain, may never fix the urethra. It may never make it go away. So it's kind of scary. It's really scary. So now it's learning to live this way. So I had some issues yesterday with this implant. I talked to people about it on YouTube. And so the problem with it was that I ended up sweating and some of the tape came off. So we retaped it. Well, in doing that, I got two electric shocks in my back. Sucked. Really did. And then I ended up bumping it on a cupboard knob in the kitchen, and holy crap, I instantly jumped. It hurt like hell. It put this jolt in me. So I'm talking to the Medtronic people today, and they're asking me, so are you a yes or a no? Is it working? Is it not working? She's like, we see a little bit of an improvement on our end. How are you sitting on it right now? And I'm like, honestly, I don't know. I'm still on the fence. I don't know what to tell people. How do you tell somebody that, you don't know, you really don't know if it's working because you're afraid that they're just going to take your bladder out? It's scary. So, I'm at the point to where I'm like, okay, it's not even been a week. It's been, Wednesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It's been 5-6 days. And 5 days. I don't know. How do you rate that? How do you rate? Okay, give me a tail. Like this is it. I mean, it's literally a tail. Literally a tail. How do you rate that? How do you say, you know, look, how do you say, yeah, I want a tail like this for the rest of my life? How do you say that, yeah, I want this wire sticking in my back for the rest of my life? But then the option of that is they take your bladder out and now you have your bladder's a tail. How do you make that decision? So this video, actually, I'm gonna have to actually end this video and start a new one for the unboxing. Sorry, guys. But I will. Stupid messenger. But how do you rate that? They want me to rate that. I don't know what to say. You know, I know that the nurse is supposed to call me today and we're supposed to go over the programming and what do you say? You know, I'm being honest, this is all still a trial. I do still know that medicine is a practice. It is called a practice for a reason because they're practicing. They don't know if it's, you know, it's going to be different for everybody. But then you have to look at your choices. My choices are a tail or a bag. I mean, what does bathing suit season look like when I have a tail? What do I name it? Bertha? I don't know. Oh my goodness, I don't know, you know, how do you rate something like that? So I still have another week and a couple of days to go through this, which I told the Medtronics today that I was really on the fence. I didn't know. How do you rate that? Oh my God. You know, I'm looking at two options. Both options really kind of suck. Who wants a tail? I mean, I now have a tail to, you know, be the, you know, we're the Canapack. So the Canapacks have ears, right? I don't know. So yeah, now, you know, my YouTube's going to have a good, we're going to be the Canapacks. For those of you let's do that. So, but how do you rate this? How do you make this kind of choice? I mean, granted, one is so much better than the other. They're both sucky, but one is highly more extreme than the other, taking out an actual body part. So, I mean, how do you rate it? So, let's see. On a normal day, I can usually count all of my bladder spasms. The more stress I'm having, the worse that'll be. I can honestly say that I have had less bladder spasms since we put this in. So I personally have to say it's kind of working. Because it has reduced that. It's not as bad. So I can't say that it's not helping at all. Especially when the option is taking out the bladder and not the urethra, so you're not going to get out of that pain anyway. So if this doesn't work, you're screwed. So, I mean, on a normal day, I can usually count up to 50 bladder spasms. So bladder spasms for me happen throughout the day. No matter what I'm doing, my urethra will just automatically clamp up and I'll do a little ugh, and people will look at me kind of funny and I'm just like, it'll go away, it'll stop in a second. And it's just the way it is. It's every now and again it does it hurts. It's like a muscle cramp. So you're gonna cramp up and you're gonna squeeze it. It hurts. Since I've had this in, I've only had about between 14 and 20 bladder spasms a day. So I do have to say it's working. It's doing something. So am I more willing to live with 15 to 20 bladder spasms a day versus 50 and your bladder's going to go away? Because that's kind of irreversible. So I'm going to have to say I don't want my bladder out. Bathing suit season would not be so good with my bladder on my side or down my leg or however they want to do it. So that would really suck on bathing suit season. So, I mean, a tail at least, maybe I could decorate it and give it a name. Little Nikki, Bertha, I don't know. I'm going to have to rename this video rant. So I'm going to have to tell you guys the honest truth because I'm into the truth and I want you guys to know how it is. This is actually the first time that I've said this out loud to anybody. So you guys are hearing this for the very, very first time. Because I've never said this before. I've never actually said this, you know, sat down and gone through both of these processes to compare the two. I've been too afraid. Because what if it's not working? What if I'm not seeing as much of a difference and it's not getting any better? It's a scary thing to look at, and I will avoid something like no tomorrow. It's just the way that I am because I can't handle the stress of it happening because I freak out and I'm like, oh my God, and then it's not that big and I blew it up into this huge monstrous thing and I stress out and then I end up with an ulcer and then, oh, I don't do stress anymore. It sucks. I don't know if it was the years of chemo and medications and opioid abuse and all of that wonderful stuff that I have just become afraid of society for the most part. I have become, I don't know. I mean, when you grow up thinking that something like cannabis is so bad for you and then that, you know, the doctors are right and they can fix you and you end up with an addiction to opioids and benzenes and all of these other crap and you look back on it and they lied. People that you are supposed to trust lied. I went through 25 years of torture, of chemotherapy, of Western medicine and radiation and all of these horrible, horrible stuff. I had neurologists that put me on so many medications to help to try to cure my cluster migraines. I mean, it was so bad at one point that I would, like, I don't know, black out and I wouldn't remember anything or anybody. I would wake up in the middle of the night in a bed I didn't remember, laying next to somebody. I'm like, who's this? Where's the bathroom? And then I would freak out crying because I couldn't remember anything. And that little spell would last, 10, 15 minutes and you would freak out so bad that, and not knowing what's around you. And these doctors, none of this has ever happened to me before, ever, once. I've never had that issue until this doctor put me on this combination of medications. And I went bloody, I didn't know who I was at times in my life. I would have to, roll over in bed and ask Dawn, where's the bathroom? As I'm crying because I have no idea who I am or where I'm at. At one point in time, I was given a medication called Lupron, and what it is it's a injection, and it releases over 30 days. Well, they gave it to me, and it released, and I was allergic, highly allergic, anaphylactic. I mean, it was epinephrine now, it was the whole 9 yards, and this went on for 30 days. Every time this medication released, I got sick as a dog and ended up having to give myself an epinephrine shot and go to the hospital because I was so allergic to something that was given to me. Because there was no way to test what these products can do in your system. So, I've had some serious reactions to some serious big pharma medications, and cannabis is the bad thing, is what they always told me. Cannabis is bad for you. Cannabis is going to hurt you. Cannabis is addictive. It's a gateway drug. It's gonna this, it's gonna that. And, excuse me while I take a hit. It's gonna make you crazy. It's gonna make you beat your animals. Oh my God, it's so horrible. Watch Reefer Madness and blah 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 blah. I used cannabis the first time, and oh my God, the first time I ever used cannabis was so freaking hilarious. You guys will love this story. We're gonna turn this into story time, I guess. So the first time I ever got high, I was 32 years old. I was so afraid of cannabis. So deathly afraid of cannabis. So I was 32 years old, and it was my husband and a friend, 2 friends of ours. My best friend, his best friend. Which is funny, because I'm not married to him anymore, and my husband is now that best friend's best friend. So it's kind of funny. Well, no, they're not best friends. They're still friends. They were best friends for a while. It's a long story. That one I might tell you too, because it's drama filled. Oh my God. But we're in the garage. He had confiscated a joint or something from his son. He's like, oh, I got this pot, da 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 da. You gotta check it out. So like, okay. So we're in the garage. We're smoking it. Finished it. Went to the backyard. We're now drinking. And I'm sitting on the chair on the back porch, and I'm like, yeah, dude, I don't feel nothing. I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about. I ain't feeling nothing. Hi, Brandon. How are you doing, darling? And I'm like, I don't feel nothing. I got up to go to the bathroom. And while I was in the bathroom, it fucking hit. Oh my God. It just hit me upside the head. Oh yeah, it was funny. I'm sitting on the toilet. I guess I'm just like into whatever. I'm in my head and I'm just out there. And I hear this knock on the door. And he's like, are you alright? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Why? He's like, it's been 20 minutes. I'm like, oh, okay. So I get off the toilet. Hi there, Sean, sweetie. And walk out there, sit down in the chair. I'm all relaxed. Ah! My bad. Damn it. I got soda down my foot. It sucks. So, I'm all relaxed. Everybody looks at me. They start laughing. They're like, dude, it's hit you. I'm like, hell yeah, it has. And I got the fucking munchies. And they're like, oh, Cold Stone. Because we were at a friend's house. Cold Stone was like right around the corner. Well, my girlfriend's like, yeah, I'll drive. Let's go. So we go to Cold Stone Creamery. Oh, I love their sweet cream. Freaking ice cream with the black cherries. And oh my God, so yummy. Oh, so yummy. So I'm sitting there and I'm watching this guy make my damn Cold Stone, my ice cream. And I'm like, dude, it's not that much. Hurry the fuck up. And I'm like, dude, if you didn't hurry up, I'm going to start licking this freaking counter right here. God damn. And she's laughing at me. She thought it was so funny. And so I'm like, we finally get our ice cream. And she's laughing. She's like, you know, we were only gone like 2 minutes. I'm like, damn, that seemed like forever. Well, I ate all my ice cream. And I got tired because obviously it was an indica. We had no idea what we just smoked. And I had no idea about cannabis the way that I do now. And I laid down on his couch. And I swear to God, I could not lift my head. My head weighed 1,000 freaking pounds. I am like, holy shit. Drooling. And I'm like, holy crap. And they're like, dude, just go to sleep. You'll be fine. Yeah, so I ended up passing out. I don't know for how long, but holy shit. That was my first experience with pot. And I was really, really scared to try it again. Simply because I was like, holy shit, that shit knocked me on my ass. I've taken opioids and I've done this and I've done that and I've drank. Oh my God, have I drank. And yeah, no, it's never freaking happened before. So I'm like, holy shit. Okay. So it took me like 10 more years before I could ever try it again. So yeah, that's the first time I ever smoked pot. Oh, I'm gonna feel that one. That one's gonna be good. So yeah, I just did a dab on YouTube. So now I'm smoking my bong. I'm actually feeling pretty good. Was supposed to do this unboxing, but got into a little bit of a rant. Just a tad. So I am gonna end this video right here. But I am going to be back with the unboxing video, just because this would be our... I'm like, what the hell is that? So I will talk to you guys in a minute. Mad love. Sorry for the rant. But thank you guys. Thank you so much for listening. I did need to say that out loud. I really did, about this Medtronic thing. It does help me a lot to be able to say it out loud and be able to realize that, yeah, it is working. It's not taking it all away, but it is helping. So that's a plus all in its own. Oh, sorry. Let's see. Julie says, yeah, watch her when get high. Was there when you got the munchies so bad at midnight. Yep, broccoli sprouts and cheese. Oh my God. That sounds so good. I love broccoli. It is so yummy. I love vegetables. All vegetables. The only vegetable I won't eat is like hominy. That shit's gross. There's no way to prepare that crap to make it taste good. Unless that stuff is in the matzah for the tortilla or for that stuff. That's the only thing that's any good on that. So. Cancer, guys. That's my cheers. And I'll be back in a second. Mad love, guys. Sorry.